I mean, it's like the Pulp Fiction suitcase. Is it just like glowing light?
I don't remember what the box is.
What's in the box?
There was no pill.
You can't eat those.
For like legal reasons, I knew that wasn't how it was gonna end.
I mean, it's got to be good.
Hi.
All you have to do is connect.
Here's the biggest question that I had as I was watching the show. When you're popping the Soma, what are you actually eating?
On a few occasions, it's a tiny sort of plastic bead. So if you're ever really, really close on them, they have that sort of see-throughness. You can't eat those. But most of the time, it was they were cake decoration.
It's like a little jelly thing, I guess. It's very soft.
There's the basic one, which I think is sugar that you want to crunch, but those get stuck in my throat. And there are other ones which are jelly, which don't look good if you touch them because they squish, but those can also sit under your tongue and they can just dissolve.
Doing scenes and trying to swallow them really quickly, and if you can't, they're just always under your tongue the whole time. It's like quite a technique to sort of, get used to that.
Different people were a lot better at it than I was. Harry and Jessica, I think, were better at it.
By episode 3 onwards, when you see Bernard taking a pill, if you don't see that pill, there was no pill. And just because it's an and I find it difficult. I always want a glass of water to swallow.
Where is everyone? There's nothing here. Bunny.
In The Brave New World, the novel, by the end of it, Bernard and Helm get banished. But at the end of season 1, it almost seems like they're exiling themselves. Break it down for the fans out there. What is happening?
Good point. Yes, they have exiled themselves. A lot happens in that final episode. I would watch it again. I did, and I got even more out of it. So Helm and Bernard have kind of come together, potentially, it seems. And I don't know this is my theory. That Indra has kind of manipulated this because she needs a new host. She needs a new society. This is what I think. And so that she has got into Bernard's brain, took him to that red room at the point where the 10 commanders, what are they called? Mustafa and her crew are being switched off. She's got to go right then and there. So Bernard accepts that, and he is her host in that moment. Wakes up on the cliff. Helm, separately, through looking at John's memory, has seen a glimpse of Indra and realizes that Indra looks like Mustafa as a young woman, and is also given a vision of Bernard on this cliff surrounded by people, some kind of leader, it seems. So she's drawn to Bernard, and for different reasons they go to the Savage Lands with this box, which you assume contains some kind of Indra, but no one knows. I saw David the other night. He's told no one.
What's in the box?
What is in the box? I feel
What's
like...
in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Do you know?
I do not. I don't, for sure. I've got my theory. It's pretty basic. Mm-hmm. I look forward to finding out.
I don't remember what the box is.
Do you know what's in the box?
I don't. I really don't. And it's because I was sitting and watching episode 9 with my partner, and we were both screaming at our TV, "What's in the box?"
I mean, it's like the Pulp Fiction suitcase. Is it just like glowing light? Is it like a Wi-Fi router? The Indra is just, this is her kind of, it's just the hardware you need to set up the network. I don't know.
I mean, it's got to be good, because she suddenly goes from saying, "I told you to never come back here," to, giving them a lift. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's got to be, I don't know what it is. What is it? I have no idea what it is. But, I want to find out.
If you're not happy or nothing at all.
Book lovers actually realize that there's going to be quite a bit of a change between the ending of season 1 and the ending of Brave New World, the book. In the book, John actually commits suicide. Were you expecting to see that in that final script?
For like legal reasons, I knew that wasn't how it was going to end. I just think like the emotions and the ideas that are in the book, they found these really interesting different adaptations to convey those through a series and bring it into our world.
When we last see John, he is in kind of a dilapidated apartment, and for a second we think that he is with his lady love, and then it seems like she's not quite there. Can you break it down for us?
Yeah, it's somewhat. I think it's like some of it's mysterious, but yeah, you see him with Lenina, and then you realize that he's like doing a sprite, which is in the series, you can like conjure the image of somebody who's not necessarily there. And I think it's a really interesting place for it to end on. You're in this totally different world. Like, where am I? And something is brewing. There's a change, you know, that I think could lead to some really cool stuff.
Lenina, we see her somewhere far away. Where is she when we say goodbye to her?
I have no idea, because this is kind of wild. It just wasn't necessarily part of something that was in the script. It's something that we found later on. Lenina's story was going to end slightly earlier, and I guess seeing her first with John and then realizing, and for a moment, I think when I watched it, I was thinking, oh, yay! And then you see this flicker in her face and you realize she's not there. He's sort of seeing her, but she's not in that room. And then seeing her far away, I've no idea where she is. I always thought she was going to get out of New London. She was one of the most enthusiastic to do it. So I wonder where she is. I have no idea. I actually don't know. So I'm really excited at the prospect of possibly being able to find out.
Were you surprised that they didn't end up together, just kind of like the two of them versus the world?
I was surprised. I thought it was a really interesting move. I also think there was a version where they did, and then, you know, this took it in a different direction. That's what I love about the show, is that every time something happens, it always becomes the most complicated, human, messy version of it. You know, so there are no easy answers to these questions. The show is asking a lot of questions, but it's all about what it feels like to be a human being in the midst of a complicated world.
I love that she is independently standing there. I think it's sort of something that at the beginning she's so desperate for connection on a deeper level, but she's convinced that means she has to connect with someone. And I think she goes on a huge journey and discovers that in fact the biggest stranger who she does not truly understand is herself. And the only way she's going to be able to survive or truly explore the world and her position within it is by being with herself. And so I think, I mean, that speaks to me definitely. So I thought it was an amazing space to see her get to by the end of the show.
What do you know about season 2, if we do get one?
Literally, nothing. I cannot tell you a single thing. I had dinner with David last week, and he says that he doesn't know, and he does. But he just, I think right now he needs a bit of a holiday once this is out.
Is there anything that you would like to personally see? Anything that you're pushing for season 2, or any questions you would like to have answered?
Yeah, I guess I would be curious to see what happened if... first of all, I want to know, what does the Savage Lands look like in the month or two since we've seen it? Is there just anarchy now that there's no barrier? Have they spread out into the desert? Is it a kind of Wild West situation? Do we have optic interfaces? Do we subjugate them? What does Sheila want? Do we want to raid and attack on New London? Would Bernard be interested in that? But my main question is, what does Indra want? What is she going to do differently with this society? The last one, she just had to kill it because humans cannot be stable. She's dealing with humans again. What's changed? What does she want?
There's really interesting things come up at the end of season 1, you know, especially for my character. There's a whole different understanding of kind of him realizing what he's accountable for and responsible for. And I think I'm excited to see what he does next with that knowledge.
If season 2 were to go again, if it were to happen, the thing about the show is that it sort of could go anywhere. And I don't even know where Lenina is at the end. So I want to find out. So what's she up to? So I have no idea. But if we don't find out what's in that box during season 2, I don't know what I'm going to do.
We are just done.
Done.
Unplug us from Indra. We're out.